that sought after, familiar spirits and shit.
Yep.
I was just like, damn.
Yep.
They have the vest like maybe like a dark green, kind of like an olive dark green like that.
Where?
Cause I had one for shoes. I bought it on Amazon, and it's like that. You could put the patches and everything.
I want to get a different dress.
Yeah, cause I see what you mean. Like people don't differentiate.
Right.
Yeah.
And you ain't really looking at the signs. You're looking at the colors and shit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing was crazy. I was like, damn, the Lord fucked them up, bro.
But that was judgment for real. What was that was judgment.
Roll it.
What, yeah, like make the thing higher.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it's crazy how like people went out there, like there was like girls that were like they gone out without permission or like their boyfriends or their husbands told them like, nah, don't go out there, and the bitches still went, and boom, you fucking died.
Got judged. As he should. For not listening.
And I think the dude was singing like Viva la Vida is like how do you say that? Like like live life or something like that. Or like like live life or like celebrate life or whatever. He was singing one of them songs, that song when that shit collapsed, bro. I was like, damn, bro. Like the judge was literally like, oh, I'm tired of this dude and the rest that was there,
idols, man. They want you to feel bad, pray for these people. I'm praying for them in a better place. They went out horrible, but they in a better place. The whole fucking roof collapsed, bro. They showed that shit. It was all lively, and then within a second it just went. Within a second it just went dark. I was like, what the fuck? And they said a bunch of ex baseball players and current baseball players that was up in there from the Dominican Republic died up in there.
Yeah.
Because niggas want to be with a party at. And that's why you ain't supposed to be no fucking club. All that's called reveling, man.
Reveling, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they say that it was like overbooked, overcrowded and shit.
Yep.
And it's like, damn, Jake. Yeah, bro. But
hey, all right, hey, open this up, brother.
hey, Shalom Akim. We want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching truth and for ruling well. And peace and salutation to all you out came out there pushing and defending his gospel throughout the four corners of the earth, as well as to the believers in Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, the men as well as the women, the hopeful elect. Hey, we are brothers from Gmshawaii, and we out here once again to Wadi Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, to bring the true word of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua to our people. The gospel, which is the good news to those that believe, that are part of the hopeful elect, and ultimately damnation and condemnation to those of the two-thirds of our people that don't believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that have rebelled against them, and also to the heathen nations, man, that take his name lightly, that don't believe in him, that don't believe that he exists, and that oppress his chosen nation, man. We out here to what? To prophesy the downfall of this heathen kingdom, which is surely going to come to an end.
Real quick, hey, let's move over there to the other shit.
Yeah, because I'm probably not going to go down for a while.
Yep.
we was, prior to opening camp, we're talking about what the judgment that the Lord brought upon those people in the Simeonites out there in Dominican Republic, and not just Simeon, because the tribes are scattered all over there. So you got a bunch of Judites out there. That's right, and I had done a lesson earlier, man. All of this judgment, not just there, but all throughout the world, is happening. Why? Because the Lord is tired of the wickedness that's going on in the whole earth, man. Okay, you got it.
And it's Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
That's right, and this is what the true prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will be doing in the end times. We will be showing, our people their transgression, letting you know what you're doing wrong in the eyes of the Heavenly Father. Not in our eyes, not in the eyes of men, but in the eyes of the Heavenly Father. You see, a lot of people think, well, they were good people, they never killed nobody, they weren't extortioners or whatever. But guess what? You were an idol worshiper, man. That's the number one sin. That was the first thing that the Lord told us not to do, to worship any other idols. He said that we should have only Him as our God, and idols, the creation of idols was what brought spiritual fornication, the corruption of life, as the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 14th chapter tells us, man. So all of this judgment that's happening all throughout the world, but that one in specific in Dominican Republic, it is because of the wickedness that Jake is doing, man, and the Lord is tired of it.
This Job 4:7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous ever cut off? Where were the righteous cut off?
That's right, and as I mentioned earlier, people may think, poor people, they were sons and daughters and wives and husbands. Well, guess what? They didn't perish being innocent. They were idolaters, they were adulterers, they were rebellious, covetous, extortioners.
Yeah, them niggas, the scripture says, Ephraim is joined unto idols, let them alone. That's why you see the northern kingdom, they wholly given to idolatry, bro. That's why it's brothers that believe and sisters that believe, but for the most part, Ephraim, they join unto them idols, man. Right? Like as soon as that shit happened, next day or whatever, people were sitting outside praying to Jesus, hazing crystals. They brought the beads out. They brought all the idols out. The candlesticks, where they,
idols,
yeah, they did all of that. Like they gonna. First of all, they already gone, so ain't no saving them.
That's right.
Right? Them idols couldn't bring them people back if you wanted them to. Right? Them idols couldn't do nothing for you. So therefore, it's not like we saw this incident and said, you know what, I need to get right with how about you on the shot. You niggas just wax worse into it. Right? And you can't say this is all we know, that's all you want to know. Because his brothers in the Dominican Republic. This word is going out to the Dominican Republic. Right? It says, in the NLT it says, stop and think. Do the innocent die? When have the upright been destroyed? Right? And that's why the upright in this world today is the elect. The Lord Yahweh is going to have mercy on our sins and forgive them. Right? And the upright, the elect is not going to die in this world. When I say die, they're not going to die in their sins. Okay? Even the brothers and sisters that pass and believe in Yahweh Shemashah, they're going to come back with Yahweh Shah when he comes. He ain't coming by himself. They don't teach you that in Christian church. Right? They teach you that the one you originally call God and Jesus Christ, the one you originally call Jesus Christ, he's just going to, they don't even talk about him coming back. I was thinking about that right before I came to camp. You had brought something out in a video we recently did, and why don't Christianity teach about prophecy, man? And it says because they don't want to step on anybody's toes. They don't want to offend anybody because some of them don't have the resources to go into these things, right? Well, the real resources they don't have is the spirit of truth, the spirit of Yahweh Shah. They can't go into these things, right? So here it is. They're not telling you the things that are going to happen and how they're going to happen. Only thing they're telling you is that God loves you. But then you look at all of them. I don't know how many people died. It had to be over 1,000 people died in that fucking collapse of that building, right? Including the guy that was on stage singing.
It fell right on him, bro.
Yeah.
That shit fell right on him. The thing that was holding the lights, the speakers.
So that was judgment. That was complete judgment. He was there singing, and next thing you know, he went from singing on stage to singing in the heavens. And he started singing. He's singing a new song now.
That's right.
The
The
upper
righteous
room,
song.
the righteous song, and they're praying for the elect that's here, because that was all judgment. The brother was telling me how women was up in there rebellious against their husbands. The husbands told them not to go there, and what they wanted, they loved this guy so much. I didn't even know who the fuck this dude was, but there's groups of people in this world that love this guy and was enamored by this man, as if he could make love to you with his voice. And you were thus to get your husband, and then you end up dying. Now your husband's a widow. Now he could go, and he's free to go get with Maria that they've been popping on the side anyway. And she's gonna make him feel good, and she's gonna listen to him.
Yeah.
See, that's what rebellion gets you. Rebellion gets you destroyed. The upright never perish, man.
Right. There was a picture on social media. These two women, you know, one of them was wearing like an olive, kind of like the same color garment I have, a dress, and another one like a black, you know, shirt. And they showed them like on social media, you know, just bragging about, oh, we out here, you know, partying and shit.
Yeah,
And then the next image you see of them is them squished by the fucking roof, bro. I was just like, damn, the Lord is cold, bro.
And ain't no insurance policy going to uncover that shit. That's in the Dominican Republic. It's
Yeah,
already
right.
a third world. It's already a shithole country, right? Because that's what Trump called it.
Yeah.
You call them countries like that shithole countries, man. So now you just got to deal with pulling your people from the rubble and burying them.
That's right. And again, it was all judgment for wickedness, man. That dude, they showed a video of him, his last words. He was like on the phone, like, oh, we got caught out here. My lower body's squished by cement and whatever. We about to suffocate. And he was like, it sounded like he was
on
just
the
like,
phone?
yeah, he was like doing voice notes to somebody, because
Oh,
people
shit.
were alive,
Yeah.
calling, you know, under the thing, but they suffocated. 'Cause yeah, and the dude was like, oh, I'm over here. Please call 911. Tell them to come get us. I can't move. My body's squished under the rubble. And he was mentioning some other dude. He was like, and I can't see this other guy and blah blah. Oh God.
Now you want
I
to
was
call
just like, damn,
Now you want to
bro.
call on God. That's what Jake do. It said, in the time of their affliction, they shall seek me early and shall
right.
not find me, bro. You going to meet the how about y'all side of the spirit world right then, and that was it.
That's right.
I mean, even if you would have got up, you'd have been on a shit bag for the rest of your life, paralyzed. You know, cost your family all kinds of medical fucking expenses, bro. You would have been a burden. So it's time for you to go, man. Right? And then you see what people they're so attached to these devices. Instead of calling on Yahweh Shalom Shai, because the same thing happened in the 9/11. It was a story about this Jake woman. She said an angel. She was buried under the rubble for a few days, and an angel came to her and told her like, look, hey, don't worry, you're gonna be safe. I'm gonna get you out of here. We're gonna get you out of here. And then she kept asking for this individual. It was like, there's no individual by that name, right? And she survived. The point of the matter is, if the Lord wants you to live, you're gonna live. If he wants you to go back, transition back to the spirit world, meaning dying is how you're gonna go. You niggas wasn't right. You people, you Jakes out there in that place was not right. And I don't care what you say. It ain't about, you think the Most High care that you want to go have a good time and get some drinks and party? Like the brother was saying, what was going on in there? Adultery, right? Wickedness, evil. There was no righteousness going on in that building at all. The only thing righteous happening in that building is the fucking, that motherfucker caving in and sending y'all back, expediting a group of y'all back to the spirit world.
Yeah, I think it was like 225 by
Good,
today.
good. And it's just, the scripture says every day the Most High judgment doth go forth, man.
That's right.
Every day. But y'all don't believe it. Oh, it was an accident. Oh, that ain't right.
It was the club's fault.
It was the club's fault. Like, but no, that the fucking, I want to call it the ceiling, but the roof collapsed, man. That was a structural destruction. You know what I'm saying? Y'all were in there and partying. It wasn't the fact that it was overcrowded. The Lord wanted it to be overcrowded. Pack them in. He told the angel, pack them in, get them in there. You know what I'm saying? But see, y'all don't reverence that as a judgment of the Lord. You reverence it as an accident, as a happenstance, or what about the insurance? Why nobody look? You want to ask the dumb questions that you should have asked before. Before you walked up in here, is this building up to code before I go up in this motherfucker? Should I be in a place That's
overcrowded.
overcrowded, full of dark and dank. Listen to some worn out singer sing about idolatry, wickedness.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be. We already know not to be up in there. We already know. We don't go to clubs. Hey, the decree went out from the apostles to her a long time ago, man. You don't be caught up in no bars, in these clubs. Why did he tell us? Did he tell us because the structural foundation ain't right? No, he said because what's up in there? Wickedness up in there, man. You're going to find idolatry up in there. You're going to find adultery up in there. You're going to find wickedness and evil, trannies up in there, of violence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So why would we, us, the scripture says, abstain from any signs of evil. So you're not going to catch no men of the Lord up in there. You ain't going to catch no men of the Lord, not at all. We can congregate amongst each other. Brothers might go to the spot or something, you know, some undisclosed location and praising the Lord. While we up in there, what we doing? We praising the Lord.
Or if we do go to a spot, we're not gonna go look for the hottest, most packed. Like, nah, bro, that's unwise.
Yeah, we always looking for the chill spot.
Yeah.
We ain't never looking. It's hard to find. We be like, but when we find one, we be like, oh, okay, this is it right here. You know, I'm gonna bring some of the brothers here and something. They come out.
And like you mentioned earlier, you know, they want to be where the reveling is at, where everybody's at. Like, oh yeah, we out there because it's popping. You know, the hoops is there. You know, we can find drugs up in there. That's where Jake want to be, man. Jake don't want to just chill and relax. Like, nah, they want to be reveling, man.
Hey, this is the book of Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rush judgment.
That's right. And like we going into, these places are places where Jake knows that there's evil. Like, you don't, if you want to dance so bad and shit, throw a party in your house with a couple friends, close friends that you know, chill, you know, dance, speak amongst each other. You go into a club where you can't talk to nobody. You can barely hear yourself over the fucking music.
And you got people trying to talk on the phone.
Yeah. And
taking pictures, doing this shit.
Yeah, and then what else is going in there? Wickedness, man, adultery, all the things that we mentioned, man. So you want to go to the places where wickedness is being.
You need a jump? I got you. No problem.
You want to go into the places where wickedness is happening, man. You see, and the Lord told us, follow not a multitude to do evil. You could like an artist, you could, you know, want to listen and dance to these type of music, but guess what happens? You ain't supposed to be out there seeking for those idols, because that's what they are, man. Like I mentioned, you could do it in the privacy of your own home. You can just chill, listen to some music, dance if you want to. That's fine. But you going out there, out your way, putting yourself in danger, and those that are around you. To what? To go listen to a dude sing? Like, what the fuck is so special about that, man? This is the book of 2 Ezra 15 and verse 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that was a form of destruction that the Lord brought upon the Dominican Republic. You know, there's some people saying that there was a seismic movement going on, like earthquakes. Who knows? But at the end of the day, we know that was brought upon by the Heavenly Father. As what? As payment for judgment. I mean, as payment for wickedness. 2 Ezra 15 and 6. It says, for wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So the Lord is bringing what? Famine, death, destruction, because of the wickedness exceedingly polluting the whole earth, man. And again, it's not just in the Dominican Republic. Judgment is going forth every single day. Every single day, all throughout the world, the Heavenly Father is executing judgment amongst our people. Yeah, sometimes the heathens get destroyed as well. But chiefly, the judgment is being brought upon the earth. Why? Because of our disobedience. Because we transgressed against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Verse 7. It says, therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, or neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. So they profanely commit adultery, witchcraft, those selling drugs and all those things. That's a form of witchcraft. Just let it sit for a little bit while the energy.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that it's going.
Oh yeah.
Hey, just give it a minute, man.
Just a little. Again, 2 Corinthians 15:8, it says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
Yeah, and that's why the Lord going to destroy America, right? Because this place is the purveyor of that wickedness and that evil, right? This place right here, so the Lord's going to roll on this place. But guess what? That judgment goes across the earth, right? Because what's going on over there in the DR, Santeria, whatever that the other dark magic wickedness that they're doing over there.
Even I did a lesson earlier going into what type of religion they practice, and they called it
I know it brujeria. You got that over there.
No, they call it centric religion.
Oh, look it up.
Yeah, just bear with me, I can.
Try down. Kind of like the alternator. Did your lights come on the inside? Your lights come on the inside?
Syncretic beliefs. So ultimately, syncretic beliefs is
syncretic.
Syncretic, yeah.
Yes. What does that mean?
So it says Dominican syncretism. In Dominican Republic, some individuals practice a form of syncretism that involves incorporating African beliefs and traditions into their religious beliefs, sometimes including elements of Santeria.
Yeah, that's the same shit that got us here. All that witchcraft and wizardry. You brought the Obeah man over here from Africa and all of the other shit, right? And you thought that was going to help you, but that just kept you in the state that you're in. And all of that's witchcraft. And the scripture says the sin of witchcraft the sin of rebellion is as witchcraft, and the judgment for that is what? Death.
Death. Right.
Death, bro.
And then some of those syncretic practices, is what? Santeria, voodoo, Buddhism, even real quick.
Long time ago, right? Because it should kick over, right? The opening is... But the battery might be all of... Oh, yeah, it should have been changed. Oh, from 19? Yeah, it should have been changed. It might be all the way dead. Well, you just keep it on for a while, man. Ain't going nowhere. Hopefully this,
Okay, so, I looked up syncretic religion examples, and it says syncretic religions are those that blend or fuse different religious beliefs and practices, often resulting in a new or hybrid faith. Examples include Christianity, which incorporates elements from Judaism and African diaspora religions like Voodoo or Candomblé and Santeria, which blend African spiritual practices with Catholicism.
Yeah, and all of these is nothing more than composite religions.
That's right.
It's no different than the worship of Serapis, which was a Greek god created to combine Greek ideology with Egyptian ideology.
That's right.
And that's what Christianity, when you look at Christianity, all of that shit is all in it. Right? It blends paganism with the scriptures. Right? It blends Edomite idolatry with the scriptures. Right? They create an Edomite image of the one you ignorantly call God and Jesus and make them so-called white people. Right? You type in Jesus, the first thing come up is a white man. Right? It don't matter if you try to make them olive skin now, right? Because you're just doing that because you see that white supremacy is weakening and waning, which is waning is weakening. Right? So now you want to try to put a different face on it, but you already know that the Edomite face is already there. You don't, that's why when we tell the truth about what Yahweh looked like, which is that of a so-called black man, you can't receive it. But then the scriptures tell you exactly what he looked like. Right? They give a description of him, a physical description of him, in multiple places. But the point of the matter is these different composite religions, all it is witchcraft. Right? The ones that really worship these religions at a high level, like the Pope, it's straight up witchcraft. He knows it. But what you people on the lesser thrones of that, what you get? You get white supremacy. Right? And you think that you're following the truth, and it's not. Right. And then when you in trouble, now you went, oh God. You wasn't up in there thinking about the Most High. You wasn't up in there thinking about his son. You think somebody, I don't even know what kind of music this nigga played. You think somebody was thinking about, that nigga wasn't thinking about the Lord. No way, shape, or fashion.
Right. It was
you were thinking about the blessed of the flesh, man.
Exactly. It was a merengue, and I mean, not all the songs were about it, but they sing a shitload of songs about adultery, sleeping with another man's wife.
That's what all that music is about. Women worship.
Yeah, women worship.
Women worshiping. You go. I wish it was a fucking. I wish it was a Romeo Santos concert, man. It would have been more you motherfuckers dead. Because they love him. All he doing pussy begging, and that's what the lad woman loves. Oh, but he's singing about love. You don't know what love is. He's singing about the romance, and then your woman wants you to be that way. Yeah. You don't work 45,000 hours in 1 week, and she wants you to come home and make love to her like Romeo Santos, like her idea of what Romeo Santos would do. And he's a homosexual. Yeah. Just like that nigga Ricky Martin. Everybody love Ricky Martin. You come to find out he take a ride up the booty hole. Sucking it and all that other wickedness, man.
True, yeah, and that dude, Romeo Santos, they be doing a bunch of wickedness, man. He be pulling women up to the stage.
Yeah, you need a new battery, man. You need a new battery. You got somebody coming? Did she answer? Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that, man.
These dudes be pulling up women in stage, married women and shit, and kissing them. Like, what do you expect the Lord to do to those type of men? Destroy them. So, other examples, it says, examples of syncretic religions. It says Christianity, or African diaspora religions, or religions such as Voodoo, or Candomblé in Brazil, and Santeria in Cuba. Combined elements of African religion traditions with Catholicism, and in some cases, indigenous American and European folk traditions. And this is what our people are following, man. Rastafarianism, Tibetan Buddhism, Sino-Buddhist syncretism in Japan, Sikhism, universal Sufism, or Baha'i faith, Confucianism in China, and Gnosticism. So all of these religions are what syncretic religions, which pretty much is what witchcraft, man.
Let's look up the words. Did you look up just the word syncretic?
Uh,
That's the word syncretic. I know sync means to put two together. So it's putting more than something together, one thing together.
you heard the different religions that come out of syncretism.
There's a couple of them, what you were saying.
So, Christianity,
Oh, yeah.
African diaspora religions like Voodoo, Santeria, Candomblé, Rastafarianism,
Yeah.
Tibet Buddhism,
Yep.
Sufism,
Witchcraft. All that shit is nothing but witchcraft.
Baha'i faith, or Gnosticism and Confucianism in China. So all of these you're gonna find you Jakes, the Israelites up in there, man. Islam, all of that stuff is part of what a mixture of just wickedness. So that word syncret. Oh, you have it. Okay.
Yeah, syncretic means combining different systems, practices, or beliefs into a unified whole. The word Catholicism means universalism, universal. Catholic, it means I'll show you. I'll prove it. So Catholic definition, which is including a wide, it says including a wide variety of things, all embracing.
That's right.
And this is the reason why they don't have a problem with Islam. They don't have a problem with Judaism. They don't have a problem with these other religions, these mysticisms. They're all encompassing, man. The scriptures didn't create nothing don't speak about universalism at all. This is all about exclusivity. Even to the people of the Lord. Right? This word is exclusive only to the Israelites. It's not inclusive to all nations. And then on top of that, salvation as it stands right now is exclusive to the elect of Israel. Because all Israel ain't gonna get it on this side. Ultimately, all Israel will be saved through death and reincarnation in the kingdom. 2/3 of Israel will inherit everlasting life after they die death of pain.
Right.
That's in the scriptures. They don't speak nothing about universalism, man. But that's what these different religions, that's what they do. What? Give me Isaiah 30:1.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, and verse 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin."
And that's exactly why they do these things. Because they want to add sin to sin. Right? Idolatry is one big sin already. So then everything you do within that religion, you're just adding on to it. You're putting the spirit, these different religions, they cause you to do different things. Right? Idolatry causes you to do a manner of all kinds of wickedness. That's why the scriptures speak about it, that it's the cause and the root of all evil. Roughly paraphrasing, man.
That's right. I was even, because even Israel back during the time of Yahushua was kind of practicing sort of syncretism, syncreticism. I was looking into it a little bit more. I went into it in a lesson, and the reason why it happens is because a couple different factors, but one of them was to pretty much for survival, to appease those that are troubling you.
Yeah.
And Jake, when the Romans took over and shit, well, it started with the Greeks.
Yeah.
When the Greeks took over and Hellenism started, what did the wicked of our people do? They said, all right, fuck it. We'll do what you're saying, and we'll stop doing the righteous thing, and we'll just do whatever you're doing. And then when the time of Yahushua came, Jake mixed everything together.
Yep.
They were worshiping Serapis, they were worshiping hidden idols, but then at the same time telling our people, yeah, we worshiping the Most High. But you was not worshiping in truth and in sincerity.
Yeah, like them Sadducees, man. We went into that. I think we did a lesson. We just talked about the Sadducees and the Pharisees, how the different sects, even though they were popular, niggas was off. They ain't believe in the afterlife. They ain't believe in the Messiah. They ain't believe in nothing past the first 5 books, right? So that's like a Yah Israelite.
Yeah. They adopted
other customs.
Other customs, yeah.
Right? They brought a lot of them customs back from Babylon, the Neo-Babylonian captivity, right? And what they do, they followed a lot of that Romanism. Whatever the Romans was following, that's what they was into.
Right.
Right? So niggas wasn't right. Just like they ain't right today. Right? And then when you got the truth so readily available, you got the liberty, you don't want to receive it. You can't believe it. It's far-fetched. What do you mean the Most High hates the other nations? What do you mean the white man can't make it? What do you mean? Why not? Why not? But here it is. The devil don't even go to the lengths that you go to defend himself. You go, you know what I'm saying? You niggas will jump out a window for Esau. Esau wouldn't bat an eye for you, man. You know? And because of the idolatry you've been taught your whole life, you don't want to hear nothing else. And ultimately, the Lord has you blinded. And we brought it out in the lesson that we just wrapped up before camp. It says they didn't want to receive the love of the truth where they might be saved. Therefore, the Most High will what?
Give them up.
Yeah, matter of fact, get that. Read it in the KJV and the NLT.
So in the book of 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 9, 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 9, it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, and with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they may believe that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So you see, the Most High sent our people strong delusions that they may believe a lie, man. And this lie comes in the form of what? Christianity, Catholicism. We just read a couple of other religions our people are into, which is pretty much witchcraft, Rastafarianism, Buddhism, Islam. These are all ways that Esau and the heathens have created to what? To take you away from your power, man. And the Lord gave you to those things because of your unbelief, man. Because you wanted to serve the oppressors. You wanted to serve evil instead of serving your power.
Yeah, you rather be an idolater, man. You rather hear lies. Because all that other stuff is lies. Anything outside of this truth is a lie. Right? And that's what Jake don't understand. But you rather hear that. The scriptures told you that Isaiah 30. Did you finish reading Isaiah 31? Go to verse 10. Start at 9, then go to 10. Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah 30 and verse 1.
Verse 9 and 10.
Okay. Isaiah 30 and verse 9, it says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh by Gmshawaii.
And it said that in the Old Testament, it said that in the New Testament. We were just reading that in 2 Thessalonians. Go ahead.
Right. Verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and prophesy, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit.
That's what they want to hear. What was the priest about asked to read in the NLT?
The NLT?
I don't know if it was that. What were you reading before that?
2 Thessalonians?
Yeah, read it in verse 10 in NLT.
2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 10 in the NLT, it says, he will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction, because they refuse to love and accept the truth that would save them.
Yeah, that's it. You talk, how many of them Jakes, if we would have went down there and talked to them people prior, they wasn't trying to hear nothing, man. They're like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. We going into this party, man. Shorty with the short dresses on. A lot of bitches dry half naked over there. Because you know how the Dominican woman dress. She little to nothing, bro. And then they all twisted up. Roman They over here roaming their family property, scaring the shit out of their relatives before they go back to the spirit world, man. Just looking all weird, crazy. Motherfuckers still think they at the party, huh? Oh, we were just at the party. I don't know who this dude was singing. I really don't know who cares. But the point of the matter is that, hey, that's judgment, bro. I'm surprised Big Papi from Boston wasn't up in there. From the Boston Red Sox. He's Dominican.
Yep.
He know who them niggas was.
Oh yeah, hey.
He probably had some other engagement going on.
Yeah, there
Got
was
dressed to die.
there was a bunch of people that survived, you know, and imagine that shit was pitch dark out there, bro, and then that shit collapsed, and they have videos of people like, oh my god, what just happened? Oh, it collapsed. I'm like, damn, bro, you shouldn't even have been in there.
And it still ended up to make them turn away.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna make them stop going to the
parties.
Yeah, it's gonna have them. They're gonna keep going.
Right.
Party till you can't no more.
It says, he will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction because they refuse to love and accept the truth that would save them. So the Most High will cause them to be greatly deceived, and they will believe these lies.
And that's where you got a lot of these jakes. You believe these lies. You think they're truth. And you don't want to hear the truth, especially coming from somebody that look like you.
That's right.
Especially somebody who you deem as unknowing, non-knowledgeable, stupid, dirty, bums, all this kind of whatever they call us. Right? You don't want to hear the truth, man. And you ain't even got no time for the Bible. That just shows that the majority of people on this sign are hypocrites, man. They don't even want to hear the Bible, man. I'm out here with my kids having a good time. That's why you don't see us with no flyers trying to convince somebody to come over here and listen to what we got to say. This ain't got nothing. It ain't really for you. It's only for the elect. Right? That's why Jake just be sitting there just, oh, yeah, because you think your life is going to keep going good. You got your car, you got your woman, you got your little house that you live in, your little apartment, you know, whatever you got going on, your money, little money in your bank account. You don't know that all hell is being fomented against you, man. Judgment is about to roll on your ass, man.
That's right.
This place, America, is about to be destroyed, man. Real quick, I wanted to read Exodus 23:2 in NLT. It says, you must not follow the crowd in doing wrong. When you are called to testify in a dispute, do not be swayed by the crowd to twist justice. And those two things what Jake is into, man. Yeah. Right, how many people done sat on them jurors and they got swayed by the crowd of the people coming in and watch, or they got swayed by the rich, wealthy crowd, and they let a nigga go, or not let a nigga, they let an Edomite go, or their own people go. Yeah. Right? You go with the crowd, right? Because you believe that's what is right, and it's not right. Even that situation with that nigga. Sean Combs, man, he's in prison right now. He's already convicted in the eyes of the public. So anytime anybody that sits in the juror's box for this nigga, you can't say they ain't never heard of this guy, because they ask those questions. Have you ever heard of this person before? Are you familiar with Mr. Combs? Well, how do you like it? They're gonna like, oh no, I ain't never listened to this music. That's why most people in that juror's box ain't gonna be black. There's gonna be some Edomites from some small ass town you ain't never heard of, because they want to try to call themselves, give him a fair trial. But it's still perverted justice.
Right.
And do not slant your testimony in favor of a person just because that person is poor. And you see that. Justice gets slanted. You know how many? There's some dude. He was locked up for 44 years. He just got out to get it. They gave him the biggest win for a person that won 25 million, because he was locked up for something he ain't do. You know what I'm saying? But they twisted justice because he was poor. He didn't have a good defense lawyer, right? Everything looked like it was going against this man, because prosecutors do that. They're witches and warlocks. They freaked the case, make it look like he was dead. Gonna find out 44 years later he had nothing to do with that, yo. Yeah, he gave the nigga 25 million, but he gonna kill himself with that. You know what I'm saying? All it's like, yeah.
No, I was gonna say, and not even that. They gonna tax him on that shit.
No, they ain't taxing him.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh, I was about to
The lawyer's gonna get paid though, but he gonna get a good chunk. I mean, shit, brother. Even if you take 10% of that motherfucker, he still, oh man, he good. Yeah, that dude's gonna be, man. You get a nigga like that won't leave America though. He gonna stay here and deal with his raggedy ass family and all these latch owners. I would have got the hell up out of here, bro.
Yeah.
This place about to be destroyed. He can take that 25 million, go to Colombia, and live like a drug kingpin forever, bro. Literally, like he would not die. But bro, if he managed that money right, even off a 4 to 5% interest rate on that money for the rest of his life, he's good. He's good. I would take my ass and get the hell on, bro. He can go to, I don't like Africa, but he can go to one of them developed countries in Africa and live like a fucking a warlord, bro. Right. For the rest of his life, man. Because America's about to be destroyed. This is the worst place to invest in. This place is about to go.
That's right. I want to get this last precept in 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 12. Well, I'll read verse 11 in the NLT. It says, so the Most High will cause them to be greatly deceived, and they will believe these lies. Then they will be condemned for enjoying evil rather than believing the truth. And this is what's happening to our people, man. You're being condemned because what? You like enjoying evil, man. It's not like you're just like, oh damn, evil sucks and you abstain from it. No. You see the benefits of doing evil and you're just like, well fuck it. And you enjoy it. You enjoy it. That's why a lot of you would say, oh well, I know selling drugs is evil and shit, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Well, I gotta get my money.
That's what Leo Cohen said. He said DJ Envy asked him in an interview, which he's not. Leo Cohen is not one of our people, but he said, "Look, don't you think that it's kind of hypocritical? You pushing this music that's about opioid and drug addiction and shit." He's like, "Look, man, I know it's a terrible thing, but hey, man, I gotta eat too, man." And that's what a nigga think like Esau.
That's right.
He don't care about the drugs that he puts. He said, I gotta eat too. He don't care about the people that he's killing. He don't care about the people that he's influenced. All he thinks, he's I got people to feed. That's what he said. I mean, and they just show you what kind of demon this dude is, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And that's how Jake think. They think like their father, which is the devil. He was a liar and a bold not in the truth. And when he speaks of a lie, he speaks of himself, man, because he is a liar. Real quick, the brother Salvation of the Elect posted Proverbs 4 and 14, and 15 in the NLT. Don't do as the wicked do, and don't follow the path of evildoers. Don't even think about it. Don't go that way. Turn away and keep moving. You see?
And our people don't turn away from it. They run to it. Jake runs to wickedness, man. We always say, tell Jake, oh, come and learn the truth. We'll give you all the answers to the questions through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai that you have that are troubling you. But Jake don't want to come to the truth. But tell Jake, oh, we're gonna show you how to scam people, how to get money quick, how to do wickedness, and you have thousands of Jake just flocking to you.
People are wise to do evil, but to do good, they don't know how.
That's right. And this is why the Lord is destroying our people, man. And it's crazy how, people die. Well, the people that are that the Most High is judging, I mean, it's all sorts of people. But there's a lot of people that are so-called good people that the Lord judges. And people are like, oh, why, but why? Man,
ain't nobody good but Yahweh Shemel Shai, bro.
That's right. And you all into idol worshiping. You all into, spiritual fornication. And then you do a bunch, and not just that you do, but you accept it. A lot of our women, their sons are murderers, drug dealers, warlocks, and they're like, oh, but I love my son.
Well, that's Western judgment. That's Western judgment. He's supposed to be, and you as a parent, you're supposed to put him to death.
That's right.
He's a warlock, bro. He a witch. You gotta get him up. Hey, that nigga up in the kitchen cooking up crack in your house, and you don't care. You just like, oh, he bringing in that money, and he gotta pay the bills because he ain't got no daddy, so he gotta be the man of the house.
True.
So this nigga say, you know what? I'm gonna sell drugs.
Like
and then, I'm sorry, brother.
So like that dude, was it Tupac that gave his mom drugs? Was it Tupac?
Well, he didn't give his mom a drugs. He said his mom was a crack fiend, though.
Oh, okay, kind of.
All them niggas gave
Yeah.
drugs. Tupac was a made-up character. He wasn't real.
Yeah.
No, but, you know, his niggas do that every day. Sell their own mom dope. I heard it in rap lyrics.
Yeah,
Hey, some of mom crack. Man, it killed me. But I had, but you had to sell her crack, but it killed you.
What
But
the fuck?
you just kept selling it to her, bro. You a wicked ass nigga, man. And niggas in the ghetto do that.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen a dude. His mom was on crack. He said, "I'd rather her get it from me than somebody else."
Fucking.
You see a nigga rationale, bro? I was like, what?
Yo,
Hell no, bro. You supposed to be cussing your mom out, man. Like, what the fuck you doing, man? Don't do that. Oh, like, well, I ain't want nobody else to sell it to her. Started from the track, and I rap. No matter where I'm at, I got crack. I got critnag. Yeah, I got critnag. Nigga celebrated.
Yeah.
Look, that's 2 Chainz. Started from the. He said that. I think he even said he sold his mom drugs when she was on drugs. Oh, the nigga, Jay-Z, man, shot his brother because he touched his stash. Shot him in the leg. He didn't even go to prison for it, but he got the rap about it. That was my brother. I would have killed that nigga, man. Like, nigga, you shot me, man. Oh, man, but you shouldn't touch my money, man. You couldn't talk to me about it, bro. You couldn't, you know what I mean? Let the Lord deal with it.
Yeah.
But see, these niggas don't believe in the Heavenly Father, man. They don't believe in his son.
Right.
Nigga said he'd rather live enormous than live dormant. He didn't want to live in Marcy Projects forever. He didn't want to work a regular job, 9 to 5. He wanted to go out of town and get that money. But guess what? Just because you got the money and you get to celebrate it, you got a lot of blood on your hands, nigga. You killed a lot of people, even with your music. So not only were you a warlock on the streets, you became a bigger warlock in the music industry. Again, niggas love wickedness over righteousness, man. They don't hear it. It's far from them. Hey, get Isaiah chapter 3, verse 1.
This is Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, for behold, the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water. The mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet, and the prudent and the ancient,
Yep.
the captain of 50, and the honorable man, and the counselor, and the cunning artificer, and the eloquent orator. And I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them.
In the NLT it says, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of heaven's armies will take away from Jerusalem and Judah everything they depend on. Every bit of the bread, every drop of water, all their heroes, all and soldiers, judges and prophets, fortune tellers and elders, army officers and high officials, advisors, skilled craftsmen, and astrologers. I will make boys their leaders and toddlers their rulers. People will oppress each other, man against man, neighbor against neighbor. Young people will insult their elders, and vulgar people will sneer at the honorable. And that's what you have today. That's why amongst these people, starting with the house of Judah, the so-called Negroes, this is why you don't have these kind of people in the communities, man. And if you do got somebody that resemble that, they're sellouts, man.
Yep.
Right? The people are gone. They're out of there. They selling you down a river of more destruction. All these people that you depended on, the Lord took away from you. Because reality, you're supposed to depend on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? All that food. When we was in the land, brother, it wasn't what it looked like today. It wasn't a sparse, dead land. It was lively, bro. Jake was lively, man. Right? We ain't a dead people. But when we went off, the Lord took all this stuff away and gave what? It says he gave children shall be their oppressors. He says, I will make boys, I will make children be their prince, and I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them. In an interliner, the word for children there is na'ar, which is what? I think it's a stranger. Is a lad, a servant, a retainer, a servant. So these other nations are our servants. Well, guess what? They're ruling over us now, right? Their word for children is na'ar. The word for babes shall rule. The word for babes in an interliner is Tha'ila Walam, right? Which is wonton is complete vexation. So people who vexate us, right? Vexation, concretely a tyrant.
Right.
Esau Edom is that tyrant. Now, now. Right? So the Lord put these people over us. When you go down to verse 12.
Verse 12, Isaiah 3 and 12, it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Who the Lord's people? It starts with the Israelite men. Right? That word for children, in the NLT, well, I'll read it in the NLT. It says in the NLT, childish leaders oppress my people, and women rule over them. So we know that the Lord's people are men. And that's what we have going on today. Trump is a childish leader. That dude is extremely childish, man. Right? He's not the smartest crayon in the box. He's just the right guy, like he always, I'm the chosen one. He's going to get into that. I'm the chosen one. He's the chosen one because he was chosen by the elite to push this new system. But he was chosen by Yahweh to be the last king of Babylon. Lord willing. He was chosen by Yahweh to be sitting in a driver's seat when his place is destroyed, man. But these are the people that rule over us, man. A child is only concerned with, that's why you're not a man until you hit 12. You're able to have cognitivity and understand certain things, right? Because when you're a child, you just care about what feels good, and you abhor what feels bad. So you just want to children do things that feel good to them, right? Until it don't feel good, then they don't do it no more. But they just want to feel good. They want to see the things that make them happy. They're not thinking on a spiritual level, and that's this devil. Esau Edom. He thinks the same way. Right?
That word for children, right there, is
hopefully just a sprinkle, it'll just go away. Well, we don't need the trees. We don't need the trees. I can do the rain, but I just don't want to.
the word for children there, it says I law to act severely, deal with so I law for the word for children. It says to act severely, deal with severely, or make a fool of someone.
And that's what Esau does. That's how he deals with us. He deals with Jake with severity, and he's making a fool of Jake, and Jake making a fool of themselves. Right? But Esau, he putting it on. I was watching something today. You know, it was a guy. teenager. He killed his father and his mother. And this dude was a Edomite. He obviously Edomite. He killed his father and his mother, and he tried to plot to kill the president, man. He told his friends that if you see 10 drones attacking the White House or whatever, it's him. He had a whole manifesto about supposedly how he wanted to smoke the president, man. This dude was rugged. But you ain't even hear nothing about him on TV. I came across it on YouTube, on ABC News. It was just a quick clip, a 2-minute clip. But I was like, but if it was Jake stealing out of fucking Macy's, robbing a store, it would have been all over the damn news, man. So like when Esau do something, it's always a one-off. They never get the whole nation of Edomites never get blamed for what one Edomite did. But when it comes to Jake, we all like that. You know what I'm saying? That's Esau making a fool of Jake, man.
That's right. It says deal wantonly, deal ruthlessly, abuse, or by thrusting through to glean, act, or play the child. Yeah, that was pretty much it.
And that's how Esau deal with Jake. He deal with Jake ruthlessly, man. Right? And these people ain't supposed to be our rulers. They're not supposed to be perpetually ruling over us and destroying us, man. But the reason why this is happening is because of what? Of our iniquities. This is a part of our judgment. Just like when we rule over these nations, it's going to be in perpetuity, but it's also going to be for judgment too.
Right. Real quick, it says, maltreat, he saucy to pain, impose, also literal, abuse, affect, defile, mock, practice, thoroughly work. And that's, again, all the things that Esau does, spiritually and physically, you know? And that's why, again, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua told us to what? To not trust in these devils, man.
Right.
And to trust in him, because ultimately, you know, we all going through hard times, man. But we not putting our trust in men to alleviate our problems, alleviate our pain. We're trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which he's gonna give us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to overcome mentally. And he's also gonna deliver us every time.
Yeah, for a reason. Right.
Yes.
The Lord gonna destroy these places, man. People gonna go, bro.
For real.
Yeah, it's just something
It's almost flowing everything too, bro. Like these motherfuckers are not conscious of nothing, bro. Like
they just think, oh, it's cool, look. It's not like a fucking train, even though I got a truck. But then when a real train hit they bitch ass and he hitting the horn, nobody's gonna hey, he's done.
Or cause somebody to die, bro. You honk that shit in the street, somebody might jump into the fucking oncoming traffic.
Yeah. And that's what that's for, is to annoy. And who creates that? A child. A child would create something like that, bro.
Yep.
A child is individual, man. You know what I'm saying? When you're a kid, you play with shit like that, make going man, and then after too many bam, your mom or your papa cuss you out. You turn that shit off, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, I don't want to hear that damn band shit no more. Shit is annoying, man.
Right.
Esau's annoying, man.
Kind of. Again, Isaiah 3:12, it says, "As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Yeah, man.
All my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the ways of that path."
And that's what's happening. Your woman is ruling over you in this world, bro. She ain't being ruled by you, man. These women are highly disobedient. And if you tell them that they gotta be ruled over, they're gonna lose their mind.
That's right.
Fuck you, man. Start moving in, man. Fuck you, man. How you gonna rule over me? This is 50-50. It's equal. Matter of fact, I do what I want to do. You get the money. You pay 100% of everything, and I just sit home and do nothing. Where they do that at? I saw a black bitch say that. She was sipping, getting drunk on a porch. She looked like shit, but she was like, she was married, and she said, I don't pay nothing. My husband pay 100% of all the bills. You know, and people like, well, you need to get your own money. You know, like, you need to get your own money. It's like, it's something called shaving and saving. So basically, whatever he gives her, she takes it off the top and put it to the side for herself, man, just in case she got to make an exit plan. And that ain't what a woman's supposed to be doing. And a man ain't supposed to bring 100% of nothing in to support no woman. That ain't in the scriptures, bro.
Not doing her duty, especially.
Yeah, that's not, she ain't doing her fucking duty. Like the scripture says, she willingly works with her hands, man. She'll trash through snow. She'll go pick out land and purchase it. And she ain't coming back to her husband. She ain't coming back to her husband talking about something. This is mine. I got it with my money. No, this is your land.
Right.
This is your land, my husband, my lord. I found this good part of land. I thought you would like. So I went ahead and purchased it. I got some servants too. Oh, he gonna say, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I said, hey, nothing. Well, I trust that she gonna do the right thing because she know better. You know what I'm saying? That's what a righteous man's gonna be. Like in our kingdom, women ain't gonna be ruling over nothing in our kingdom. Absolutely nothing. She gonna be in complete subjection. It's gonna be good subjection, but she gonna be in complete subjection, bro. Our women ain't gonna be talking and mincing along, making noises with their feet, tinkling and shit. Only time she gonna be doing that is for us, man. And something Pastor Hart said on I believe it was last week, might have been this week. I want to say it was, I don't know. Anyway, he said, man, in the kingdom, man, that was last week. He's like, in the kingdom, he said, your woman, man, she gonna be ready. As soon as you walk in there, she gonna be bent over, man. Right? You ain't gonna have to woo her and talk to her and tell her, oh, look, baby, you know what I'm saying? Just give me a little bit, please. Bitch got you fucking begging. Bitch, I be wanting to go up inside of a bitch head. She get me do some shit like that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I really be on that tight time sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck? And you already know, I can't get it here. I'm going somewhere else to get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not begging no woman. You know, absolutely. But in the kingdom of heaven, that's your woman's gonna be ready. She's gonna be in that position, that good arch position. As soon as you walk in.
Right.
And it's gonna be fresh and clean. Ain't gonna be no booty wolf. You know what I'm saying? No waft. No ass smelling when her booty air ain't gonna stink, man.
That's right.
She's gonna be ready. Why? Because she's gonna be in total subjection to you, man. Not just because we got the power, because now she's back in her order. It ain't gonna be no queens. It ain't gonna be no female politicians talking, open. What's that?
Alpha females.
Yeah, no alpha females. That don't even exist. That ain't even real. But ain't gonna be none of that. No boss bitches.
That's right.
They gonna be done. Boss bitches gonna be done away with. No baddies. They gonna be done away with, bro. On this side.
Yeah, on this side, Esau has convinced men so much that they're pretty much worthless. That they'll give their money up to these dumbass women for nothing, man.
Mm-hmm.
And now these bitches are walking around all high-minded, think they're the best thing God created. Like, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, they really believe that they ruling over you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they in every capacity. Like, oh, but what you mean? Look, you shouldn't be talking. Don't ever ask me what I mean. It ain't your business.
Right.
And it might sound crass, it might sound archaic to these people, but it's the truth, man. The scripture says, I suffer not a woman to usurp authority over a man. I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over a man. You shouldn't be asking your woman what the fuck her opinion about this is, man. Just make it happen.
That's right.
You're going to make the better decision anyway. Yep. She going to get in there and mix it up and fuck it up. Now we arguing. Right. Nah, I think it should be like this. And then she can't make her mind up about what she want to eat. How you going to ask her about some matters that's great?
Life or death.
Life or death situations, bro.
Yep. Like, I have a dude that I work with. He had, I don't know what he did. I never fucking asked him or whatever, but he was on probation, and his mom was about to die, and he asked that if he could travel, right? Because they got to do the whole process of, I want to go somewhere else and whatever. Mm-hmm. So he did it, boom, and they told him, yeah, just wait a couple of days. And then a week went by, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then they called him and told him, like, oh, don't even come no more, like, mom is dead. Yeah. And that he went to the parole officer to the place, and he was like, oh, I want to see my parole officer and whatever. And that the parole officer was a woman, and that he was like, that they were like, oh, what happened? And he was like, oh, what the fuck you mean what happened? My mother died and whatever. And he spoke to her rough because he was hurt and whatever. I mean, it was probably not the wisest thing to do. Yeah. But what they did was like, oh, you know what? Just go home and calm down and whatever, and come back this day. And when they told him to come back, he went into a judge, and it was a female judge. And then they were like, oh yeah, he screamed at the female officer and said this and that. And then the judge was like, oh yeah, that's what you did, Mr. Whatever. All right, now you're gonna serve 10 years in jail. Damn. Over something that
trivial.
Yeah, like, and it was like in my mind, I'm like, yo, that shit should have never happened. Like, you should have obviously done something, community service for a couple years, whatever.
Not even that. Not even that. They should have, if the bitch wasn't in her feelings, because see, this is the thing. These people don't judge uprightly. When you judging a person, you ain't supposed to go into your feelings. It ain't about how you feel or how this person made me feel. Because that's not being biased. I mean, that's not being non-biased. That's actually being biased. The judgment of the Lord is non-biased. The Lord don't bias. He don't care if you rich, wealthy, sick or poor, angry or mad. He don't have no respect of persons. But see, Esau, when they judge you in this world, they gotta respect the persons, right? It's all about what this person is doing and what this person is not doing, what this person has, right? You gotta separate your emotions, and women don't know how to separate their emotions. Women get angry, get offended. All right, cool. She should have understood, hey, this dude is mad because he lost his mother. Obviously, he committed a crime that didn't allow him to leave the state. So really, that's his fault. But at the same time, I understand he just lost his mom. Right? She probably was the only woman that he had left. Right? So the nigga was angry. So I'd have told him, hey, I'm gonna let it slide, man. I understand you a little upset, man. I'm sorry. We can get back to you to, because sometimes you gotta be like that as a leader.
Yeah.
But a lot of these women, they want to be. I know a lot of women that talk. I'm gonna be a probation officer.
So I can have power over people.
I asked my woman's niece. She told me I'm gonna be a police. First of all, she's gay. She's married to a woman. She's living with her mom in New York City, in a house that they ain't paying no rent for. They all got jobs. I don't know where the money's going to. And then this bitch want to be a probation officer. I was like, so you gonna be a probation officer that's got a heart? She's like, no. I was like, so you gonna be mean? Yup. You see, she already going in there like, fuck this nigga, he's a criminal. He deserved the hardest punishment that I can get. I said, so what if he come in hot? You gonna give him a pass? Nope. You see? And these women, and she's gay. So now she got a double demon on her, and she in authority.
Yeah.
And she's in authority, bro. That's out of order. Right? That's why these women ain't supposed to judge, man. You know how many judges these females, because she get on a period, she might be going through menopause, all that shit throw her judgment off, man. She had a bad day, she's driving to the court, and motherfucker cut her off, she angry, and it's a black nigga, it's a black man. So now every black man that come into the court, he gonna get judged. It was this one cop, she had suffered some domestic violence, so every black guy she ran into, she just threw the book at this nigga. All because, and the nigga didn't even do shit. Why? Because she got that hatred, man. Right? That's why women ain't supposed to be in the seat of authority, bro, at all. Neither are these heathens, because these heathens not fit to judge. And look at what we're seeing today. Let's get into that, man. Let's go to Revelation 18. We'll switch spirit real quick. Let's go to Revelation 18 and 1, man. And people, real quick, before we get that, people will say like, man, the way you guys talking, man, this church, I don't like that. But it's the truth, man.
That's right.
All I'm doing is telling the truth. I'm not lying. You ever deal with, hey, every so often in the month, I know my woman is about to go through her fucking phase of the moon. She start bugging out, start acting crazy. She start talking crazy. Now, since I've been back with my dog, well, my dog is my excuse for everything, bro. Like, bro, it's my excuse not to deal with no bullshit, no nothing. I'm like, listen, I'm on a natural high right now. What do you how about you? So I got my dog. I'm doing things, man. I'm not trying to hear nothing you talking about, man. I told my woman, she tried to hit me with that, oh, I'm worried about money. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about that. I ain't got enough of this. I ain't got enough of that. And I'm like, I used to fall into the hole and get argue with this bitch. Oh, now I gotta argue with this bitch. Go. She wanna act like she wanna leave. She ain't going no fucking where. Hey, listen, I'm my dog.
Yeah.
End of the conversation, she's like, oh, I'm glad you're in a happy place. And that's another open window. Oh, I'm happy, but you not. Hey, listen, get you a dog.
Yeah.
Get you a fucking dog. Get you a service animal, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know what I mean? Don't. You know what I mean? But the point of the matter is, it's the truth, bro. Like you can't. They not set up to judge righteously, man. This is the reason why the judgment's so hard on us as Israelite men, because we went off. The reason why we suffering the way we suffering is because we offended Yahweh Shemel Shai, bro.
Right.
And this is our judgment. There's another scripture that says a woman shall compass a man. A new thing the Lord shall create a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. That's a new thing in the earth, man. Because in the ancient world, that shit did not fly, bro. But now it's everywhere. police women, commissioners, bitches, a first sergeant, captain, sergeant major, general. You give a woman, especially a nigga woman, a title like that, bro. Oh man, she gonna lose her mind. She start gathering. She start gathering her minions around her and shit. Yeah, water, brother. That's the truth. I seen it with my own eyes, bro. She gathered her minions, the ones that worship her around her, right? She just keep her core around her, and she just start ruling over everybody else harshly, bro. And she start throwing favoritism, because women do that. Women can't be non-biased, right? They start being biased as fuck. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and then ultimately, yeah, you know, Adam went off why? Listening to his woman. And a lot of Israelite men, you do the same thing, man. You rest judgment, you get into wickedness. Yeah, here you are, you've never gone to your church in your youth, but you married this woman and now she's dragging you into a fucking church to idol worship, man. Yeah. Just because you couldn't have the fucking balls to tell her, like, no, fuck that shit. I don't want to fucking do that.
Yeah, you let the bitch keep nagging you to get you up in there. Ain't nothing. Some dude try to invite me to a church for Easter service at the little thing I work at and shit. I took the thing. I just threw that shit away, man. Like, man, I'm not part of that shit, man. And no matter, and they always try to talk to you all nice and shit. Oh, you know, you got this, you got that. Listen, you just want my money, but I'm not going up in there for that. Ain't no truth up in there for that. I should never be worshiping Easter or whatever, because that's what we coming up on. Today's the second opportunity to observe the Passover, and it's, you know, instead of doing that, they doing Easter,
bro,
Pentecost and all that other stuff.
My fucking brother, my brother-in-law has been listening to that fucking Spanish radio. These motherfuckers are, because of Easter and shit. There's a company, I heard a commercial like twice throughout the week, and the dude in the commercial is like, yeah, the name of the wine, I forget the name of the wine, something bunny is called, or red bunny or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, something bunny, the one that turns your booty hole red.
What?
I'm like, what the fuck?
Who the fuck with some shit that make your booty hole turn red? What?
Yeah, like I guess they're meaning like, oh, you get drunk off of it and you
get right up your booty hole.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo,
shit.
what the fuck? These motherfuckers promoting sodomy and shit. Like, yo, Jake is just,
that's America.
Wickedness on all fucking levels.
That's
bro.
why we getting. Let's go get it. Let's go start at Revelation 18.
I was like, when I heard that shit, I'm like, what the fuck? Did this motherfucker just say what I thought he said?
Make the booty hole turn red. The booty hole turn red.
And then the thing came on again a second time, and I'm like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers is just wicked, man.
Yeah, they're evil. Is it in Spanish or English?
In Spanish. I was just like, what the fuck? Because it kind of rhymed, so I didn't understand if he said some other word, and I was just like, what? And then my brother-in-law mentioned it too. He was like, yo, these motherfuckers are saying that the wine that turns your booty hole red. I'm like, yo, Jake is just full of...
That's disgusting, bro. Why would you want anything to make your anus turn red, bro? But I know it getting the sodomy.
Yeah. So Revelation 18 and verse 1, the subtitle, it says, Babylon is fallen. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was litten with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
And that's what's going to happen to this place once the nuclear missiles destroy this place. Ain't no coming back for this place. There's a scripture where it says, neither the Arab shall pitch tent. He's typing it. Neither shall the Arabian pitch a tent anymore. Right? When this place is destroyed, the only thing that's going to be left after the smoke dies down and the fire dies and goes away, America's going to be one big desert, and only foul spirits and every unclean and hateful bird and beast of the desert is going to dwell here. That's it. Ain't no making America great again. Ain't no bringing America back to its prominence. That's not going to happen, because the Lord didn't establish this place to be like that. It was set up to go as wicked as it got, so that when the Lord destroys this place, He's going to show His power in doing it. And you're going to know that it's Yahweh Bashim Shah that's doing this. It ain't Esau. It ain't the Russians against America. It's the Most High Yahweh Bashim Shah bringing judgment on this place, and nothing's going to stop that. Go ahead.
Isaiah 13 and verse 19, it says, in Babylon the glory of kingdoms the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
And when the Most High Yahweh Shah overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, he threw burning sulfur, fire and brimstone down onto the earth, and that's what those nuclear missiles are basically made of, the same substance, just in a nuclear form, right? And they split the atom, they can't close it, so now it's a destructive device. The Lord had the same thing that the Lord used to eviscerate in his natural form Sodom and Gomorrah. He gonna use that to destroy America, man.
That's right. It says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
So this place ain't gonna be a monument of what used to be. Like you go to ancient Egypt today, or modern Egypt today, right? And you can still see those towering pyramids and them dead ass statues, right? That ain't gonna be America's case. America's case is America's gonna be destroyed, bro. Go ahead.
Right. It says, well, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there.
That's right, because here in America, these different nations, they come over here and make all kinds of money, especially the Arabs, right? Remember, like 10, 20 years ago, Arabs were the boogeyman of the Middle East. They was the boogeyman of the Middle East, and they were still over here making money. Kennedy's Fried Chicken, right? They these Indians over here selling 7-Eleven and Dunkin' Donuts to these niggas. That's not gonna happen after the place is destroyed, you know? Ain't nobody gonna happen on this place and start, Edomite anthropologists gonna happen onto America, dig it up, and like, oh man, this used to be New York City. And then they dug out tons and tons of rebels, and now they got the what they call it, the Empire State Building, the top of the Empire State Building. No, this place is gonna be eviscerated, right? It's gonna be melted.
That's right.
It's gonna be eviscerated. You ain't gonna be able to say where New York was, or where New York was, or where California ended. All the lines of confusion gonna be done away with, right? You ain't gonna be able to say, oh, this is where Virginia is. Around this area is where West Virginia is. No, this place is gonna be destroyed, man. You gotta go.
Verse 21, it says, for wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there.
These are all desert creatures, right? Things that can survive in a harsh environment like that. They're gonna be over here. Ain't gonna be no reason to come over here. Only time you're gonna see this place is from an aerial view, man. And the only ones that's gonna do that is us and them chariots, man. And our children. They're gonna be able to, show them, look down there, you see right there? That was Babylon the Great. He was in extreme captivity over there. Right? That was Babylon the Great. He was in extreme captivity. We was took to hell there, man. Right? I came like, really? Like, you was down there too? Man, who used to rule over there? The Edomites. Who those people? Because they're going to be done away with after 1,000 years.
Right. Verse 22, it says, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
Straight up. That time is to come, and her days ain't going to be prolonged. So Donald Trump ain't going to make America great again. Give me Jeremiah, what is it? The one where it says, what was it, 50:7, 51:7? You would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 8. It says, Babylon is... Jeremiah 51:7. Oh, Babylon hath been a golden cup in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's hand.
And now Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua about to knock it over. He about to kick it over. He about to kick it over. Go ahead.
That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken over wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Yep, the nations are drunken on wine. Therefore, now the nations are what? Mad. What wine do they drink? Did they drink that bunny wine that makes your booty hole red? Nah, they were drinking that. They were drinking those philosophies, man. Her democracy, her economic system, her sexual immorality, right? The violence, the lies, all of that. These people, they used it and they didn't give a fuck. Long as certain other people got wealthy, they were happy. They were happy with that. They were glad to see that. Keep reading, man.
Verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, so if so be she may be healed.
Yeah.
We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Yep.
Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country.
Yep, and that's what's about to happen. These nations, shit getting so bad, so tight over here in America, man. These nations, economically, these nations gonna be like, look, I can take what I've got, and it's spiritual, because Elder Wakaya Kwan was saying the same thing in their video I was watching. They're gonna say they're gonna take what they got and they can live a better life in their home country than they can in America. Right? And they're gonna see the impending judgment that's coming to this place. So they're gonna be trying to get the hell up out of here. Those that can get out of here. Go ahead.
For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
Yep, her judgment, and that's the Most High allowed, just like he did them Canaanites. Before we took over the nation, the state, the land of Israel, right, which it was called Canaan, but then we renamed it after our forefather Jacob, as we should, right? The Most High did it, right? He allowed them Canaanites' wickedness to mount up so high and so heavy to the point where, all right, now it's time my people to go take a move, right? Because that place was always set up to be a habitation for us, right? It wasn't set up to be a habitation for them damn heathens to do all that wickedness they were doing up in there, man. And that's all they was doing in there. Just like right now, they're doing the same thing. That's why the Lord going to cleanse that land with nuclear fire. 2 major places on the earth are going to be destroyed by nuclear fire, but only one of them is going to be rebuilt. Right? America's going to be hit with nuclear fire. The state of Israel is going to be hit with nuclear fire. The state of Israel, that land is going to be rebuilt by the heathens. Right? And America is never going to be rebuilt again. Right? Because the Edomite's judgment is reached unto heaven. Who the ones that rule over the nation of so-called America today? The Edomites, man. They get the best portion. It's their land now, right? They stole it. They shed much blood and committed much violence and said much lies and robbery here. So guess what? They're going down. We were saying in the lesson, there's two parties that count on this earth today. Jacob and Esau, man. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it, man. And listen, it ain't up to you Edomites to dictate who the Israelites are, and who they not. Right? You can lie to these people. You can't lie to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He know us. He know his people. And we're about to be the inheritors of this world. Not you damn Moabites. Listen, I'm taking this from a lesson that the live street lesson that the elders in the UK did today. There ain't no Messiah for the Moabites. Ain't no Messiah for the Ishmaelites. There's no Messiah for the Hamites. And it damn sure ain't no Messiah for America. This place is going to be destroyed. All of it. Every last bit of it. It's going to be done away with.
That's right. Yeah. Back in the book of Revelation 18 and verse 1, it says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lit with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
And that's the only thing that's going to be in America after this place is destroyed. And we talking time. We seeing this through the spirit part of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's going to take a long time for this smoke to clear.
That's right.
Just like it did with 9/11. You can see that smoke from space. You're going to be able, the whole world going to witness America's destruction. Just like we witnessed that collapse in that club. They showed the video. I don't know if you saw it. They showed the video. Everybody's partying and dancing. And next thing you know, it just went black and gray. It was just smoke. It was done. And that's what you're going to see in America, man. No, nothing going to be here. Good, bro.
That's right. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
And that's a key thing, because these nations, their merchants, they got rich. What they say in the NLT? These captains of industry, they got wealthy, bro.
Yeah.
And there ain't nowhere on this earth where you can do the things you do here in America to extract the financial wealth that these merchants have done. You can't do it in China. You can't do it in Saudi Arabia. You can't do it in Russia. You ain't gonna do it in the UK. You ain't gonna do it in fucking Guatemala. Only America, bruh. That's what a nigga Donald King said. Only in America. That nigga still alive. That wicked nigga, he's still here. Go ahead.
Revelation 18:3 in the NLT, it says, "For all the nations have fallen because of the wine of her passionate immorality. The kings of the world have committed adultery with her because of her desires for extravagant luxury."
Yeah, because in a lot of this stuff comes in through that import-export. That's what this whole trade war is about. Read that portion again.
The kings of the world have committed adultery with her because of her desires for extravagant luxury.
Right, so they committed financial, spiritual adultery with this woman, which is America, the whore that sits on a beast, right? Because of America's desire for what?
For extravagant luxury.
For America's desire for extravagant luxury. I was watching a video of a house. It cost $18 million in the islands in the kitchen, where it made of some pristine, some type of precious stone that you can't even get. You know what I mean? So if you can't get it here, so they had to ship that shit in from another country. So that whoever's the head of shipping that precious stone, they got paid all kinds of money, man. Just so they could make it. And then not even an artificer that made it, but just so they could import it here. Because America likes the what? Luxurious what?
Extravagant luxury.
Extravagant luxuries, man. And only here in America where you can mark up an extravagant luxury 100, 400%. And they'll give it to you because they got the money. So now this guy, he might be living in fucking Bolivia, some Edomite in Bolivia, who ain't never dug in a rock in his whole life, but his family took over the mines and the mining business, right? He walking away with millions of dollars richer, man. Okay, and that's just an example. That's a small example.
Yeah.
How China got so wealthy? They say they make a billionaire like every day or some shit like that over in China, some weird shit like that. How are they doing that? Through doing business in America. And they're not crying about the tariffs. They don't care. They happy about it. Oh yeah, sure. Because whoever's importing that stuff over here to America, they gotta pay that shit. Not the Chinese. Not the Chinese merchant, but the consumer gotta pay for it. And you got wealthy consumers out here that don't care. They'll pay for it. It doesn't matter the cost. Just get it. I just want it. Just some shit that he can just look at. Can't eat it. It can't sustain his life. It's just something that he can sit on and look at. Only place you can do that in the world is America, right? And even if they do it in these other countries, they're copying off America. Keep reading, bro.
It says, because of her desire for extravagant luxury, the merchants of the world have grown rich. Well, back in the KJV, Revelation 18:4,
it said the merchants have grown rich.
That's right, because of the desire of those.
That's how they got wealthy.
Extravagant luxuries. That's right, and a lot of people, even if they don't have the money, brother, people want to just imitate what the elite of Esau had. So they'll get in debt. They'll destroy their financials just to be like Esau, man. You see, so it's nothing but confusion. Like we always say, people here, majority of the people don't own shit, bro.
Nope.
You just in debt, paying a shitload of interest for shit that you don't even need. You're just trying to be like Esau. Verse 4, Revelation 18, it says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and and that ye receive not of her plagues. That's right. And then spiritually, we gotta detach from this place. But you're gonna hear a voice when Yahweh Shem Yahushai sends his son Yahushai to destroy this place. We're gonna hear that voice in the heavens call unto us, though really we be part of the elect, man. Prior to what? To being beamed up. Because the Lord's gonna destroy this place utterly, man.
Yeah.
But he's gonna save who? The remnant of his people that believed in him.
Yep.
That didn't fall for the traps, for the MOTV, for loving this world.
Those delusions, those strong delusions.
That's right.
Right?
It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven.
Yeah. It reached all the way up to the top. See, and these people in this world, they don't believe that. They just see it. Well, it's just the way life is. It's just the way it is. So we just gotta do what they do, or do what they do, but not as bad. So look, we can live too. Nah, man, the Most High Yahweh Shem Shah got the Scopeo on his place, man. Has had it since it was created.
That's right.
Even before. Because guess what? He put it on. He created it. He put the spirit on these devils to do what they doing, man. You got it, bro.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High remembered her iniquities.
Yep. See, while Edomites, they forgot about it. Y'all forgot. Oh, slavery happened so long ago. It was just whatever. Who cares? Nobody cares. That was 150 years ago. We far past that. Look at all the landmark legislation we've done for these so-called black and Latino people and Native Americans. We gave them casinos. We gave them America's first black president. Right? They gave you a bunch of shit that don't help you. Right? That could never help you. Right? But you forgot about the iniquity. But the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai hasn't forgot. Not only did he not forget, he gonna recompense this place for that shit, bro. Right? It's gonna come when you least expect it. It's gonna be a nice sunny day like this, right? Everybody out partying, having a good time, just like it did in Dominican Republic. It was a nice day. It's a beautiful day, man. People just got up, they got off of work, like I'm going to go see the Luis Miguel artist tonight. We're gonna do it, and bam, right? That judgment came like a thief in the night, man. That's how Yahweh Shai is coming, man.
Verse 6, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works.
Yep,
in the cup.
Double according to her works. Man. So it ain't going to be a flicker. It's going to be double, man, for what she's done. All the wickedness that she's put forth has become a stumbling block for the Lord's people. All the wickedness and evil has polluted the world. Well, after we finish that, let's go to Hodad, but we're going to go to 2nd Ezra chapter 15, where he's talking about he want to destroy Egypt. Okay? I think it's like verse 5 and 6. See, like you people don't believe it. These world y'all don't know judgment. You ain't seen it before. Like you might have seen a couple people get put to death through a landslide or a tsunami or a fire, a mass, pew-pewing. You might see something like that. But you ain't never seen millions of people die in 1 hour, man. 1 hour. 1 hour, bro. This place is gonna be destroyed, man. You gotta go.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 10. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Yeah.
I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Yeah, the Lord's going to deliver us from out of here. It's not talking about ancient Egypt and East Africa, Northeast Africa. Nope. It's talking about America, man.
Right.
Spiritually, Sodom and Egypt, man. The Lord's like it. The Lord don't care about these people's wishes and their dreams. That shit don't matter to the Yahweh Shem Shai. He don't care about, I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna be the president. I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna be a doctor, I'm gonna be a nurse. Nope. This place is gonna go, bro. The reason why you nations even afforded that opportunity to dream the way you dream is because of what Esau has done, the wickedness and the evil. And your forefathers plotted against his people. You got it, bro.
Verse 11.
Here we go. It was the battery. No problem, man. Yeah, I knew it was the battery. That's what it's done.
Verse 11, 2 Corinthians 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues, as before.
That's a lot of plagues coming, and those nuclear missiles are a plague. And before them nuclear missiles come, there's going to be tons of plagues going to hit America, bro. Tons of plagues. I'm talking about darkness, death, destruction, teeth of wild beasts newly created, the sword, pestilence, right? That's just it's going to be wild out here, bro.
Right.
Y'all don't see it coming. Y'all don't see the blessing. That's a blessing for us because we happy. It's finally over, man. Finally. This nightmare that we've been living for centuries, man. It's over, man. And this man that was ruling over us is finally brought to his knees, man. You super elite thinking that this World War III, y'all gonna just stave it off. Because really, the super elite, they're tired of America too. This experiment is over. They got everything they wanted.
Yeah.
So now it's like, look, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and then pretty much Babylon the Great is the only, pretty much the only obstacle that's in the way of them establishing the NWO.
Yep.
NWO.
Yep, that's right.
Why? Because Babylon the Great has so-called, certain freedoms, that prevent them from just straight out passing like draconian law measures, man.
Yep.
You got countries, like China, like fucking, Russia, they just pass legislation as they please, man. But here in Babylon the Great, they have certain so-called freedoms that the public have that prevents Esau from just straight out saying, you know what, fuck this shit, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
And that's where the sedition is gonna come.
Yeah.
The kickback from the people,
Yeah.
and that's where all that slaughtering is gonna come from.
And
man.
we saw a good example of that, a couple Saturdays ago. I think it was like, I want to say it might have been around the time of the Passover. That shit was crazy, man. All 50 states marching against this man.
Yeah.
Same man that y'all was all hyped up about. Now y'all want him out of office. I think I saw something too. I know I saw something too this past week. They said that Elon Musk got 30-something days to vacate that office that they gave him, man. They don't want that dude up in there, man. The Democrats, certain Republicans don't want him up in there. They're like, nah, man, get this nigga up out of there, bro. And it's okay because he already set the groundwork for what's about to happen. That this new digital era. It's going into a digital age.
That's right.
Right? And what it is, they got a lot of these guys to siphon some money, enough money off to enrich themselves so they can buy up more infrastructures and shit. So they can what? So they can close it out.
That's right.
Right? The closeout ceremony is happening right now, right in front of us, man. And guarantee you that Trump is going to introduce the MOTB while he's in office. He's going to introduce it to you. And they want America to be the face of it because all the nations follow after America. They already got it going on in the East. You go to Eastern Europe, they got the MOTB. Right? It ain't pushed worldwide, but that's okay. They ready for it. Enough of them people got it over there in Switzerland and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think one of the bros, he's in Switzerland. I forget which brother that was last week. I mean, the brother from 12 Tribes. Yeah, that brother, he's out in Switzerland, man. Davos, man. Right? Where they had that big mountain meeting at. Okay? You got it,
Right. And you have places like China that have the whole infrastructure ready, man.
Yep.
So it's like people think China is different from Switzerland and America. Like, no, man. Esau got the whole world under his power.
Yep.
Through corporations.
Yep.
He controls the natural resources, everything, man.
Yep.
And while you trying to save up some money for your next vacation and worrying about if you're gonna have a job next week or not, Esau's already planning on how to control the entire population, man. That's what they're doing. And this is why Yahweh Shai sent his prophets to warn his people, man. Like, look, this is coming whether you believe it or not. Whatever the fuck you're doing, whatever your career is, your businesses is, all that shit doesn't matter because at the end of the day, Esau's gonna fulfill prophecy.
Yeah, right. It gotta be fulfilled, man. That's why this is great news for us, man.
Yeah.
We want all of this stuff to happen. Please, Lord, make it come quicker. That's the spirit we in, man.
The end of our captivity.
Yeah, the end of our captivity, man. To begin, hey, get 2nd Ezra 6:9 real quick.
Second Ezra.
This is it, man. I'm shit, man. I'm geeked up for this, man.
Right.
And it's dope because Gmshawaii is making prophecy happen right in front of us, bro. And when that chip come out, when it gets pushed onto the, it's already here. But when it get pushed on the whole world, man, bro. The scripture says, look up for thy salvation, thy redemption draweth nigh. Roughly paraphrasing, man. When all these things come to pass, look up. You know what I'm saying? And what we looking up for? The second coming of our Lord, Yahweh, them chariots, all of that.
That's right. This in the book of 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. We seeing the end of Esau's world, man. How do we see it? Through the end time prophecy being fulfilled. Majority of our people and the rest of the world, they look at things like, oh, we advancing in technology. Humanity's getting better.
Yeah.
We're advancing. But what we see is end time prophecy being fulfilled. So we know, like, oh, we close.
Right.
We close to the end of this thing, man.
Yeah, we already see that this is it. This is what the Lord Yahweh Shai been prophesying for so long, man. It's been written in the scriptures. This is the beginning, bro. This is the foundation of the world, man. Now it's here, bro. Fuck, man. Call law, Yahweh Shai, bro. Fuck, man. This is it, man. No more, man. No more. I'm sorry, man.
So like when you a kid and your cousins or somebody got like the newest bike and shit that everybody wants, and he's letting everybody you take a turn and your turn is up next. You after this guy, and you're waiting, and then boom, you see the guy that's right before you on the bike. You already know, like, oh shit,
I'm about to go,
I'm about to fucking hop on this and go.
Yeah. It feel like that times a million, man.
That's right. Hell yeah. Man.
Fuck, bro, this shit is over, man. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. It's our turn next, man.
That's right. Yeah, man, and the Lord's gonna, the Lord's gonna outdo whatever we could even imagine.
Hey, real quick, the brother Salvation of the Elect posted Revelation 22:7 in the NLT. Look, I am coming soon. Blessed are those who obey the words of prophecy written in this book, man.
That's right.
Blessed is he those that obey these words of prophecy that's written in this book, man. Because they ain't written nowhere else, man. They ain't in the Quran, they ain't in the book of Kivanigas, they ain't in the book of the dead. It's only written in the scriptures, bruh. For those that have eyes to see and ears to hear.
That's right. Back in the book of 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 11, it says, but I will bring, well, I'll start at 10 again.
Leave it.
2nd Ezra 15 and 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
And that's right. The Lord's going to hit America, modern day spiritually Sodom and Egypt, with the plagues, and it's going to be what? Desolate?
And I will destroy the land thereof.
He's going to destroy the land thereof, man.
Verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High will bring upon it.
Because that's what this is. This is a punishment, right? This ain't a happy reward for this place, man. It's a punishment for what is done to the Lord's people, what is did against the Heavenly Father's name. Man, you're gonna pay, man. You're gonna pay, man. That was it on that. Let's go back to 18.
Back in Revelation 18 and verse 6. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, in the cup which she has filled to her double.
It's going to start with your land, right? Your beacon of pride, then your militaries, because your economic system is going to be done away with. Once America is destroyed, man, all them people that's invested in America for the American dollars and that's into this new digital system, the CBDC, that's just gonna be nothing, bro. Because who's going to listen? These other nations, they're going to be running around with like a chicken with their head cut off. What other nation is like this place? What other nation has the power, the ability to influence multiple countries, man? So when America is that big cog in the wheel, it's the hub. It's the hub. And once you destroy a hub, it's fucked, man. The vehicle's done. It can't drive. It can't go nowhere. The transmission is shot. The fucking the fucking axle is split in half. Fours. Ain't nothing else to replace it. It's done.
That's right.
Engine is blown. The fucking gaskets is blown. Fucking out of here. So what's next to this place, man? It's it for Edomites, man. And you think the graveyard? That's right, brother. It's slavery, man. That's right. The graveyard is slavery, man. Because that's exactly where your super elites is going into. Y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all don't believe it. Who gives a fuck? It's going to happen. Right. Our people didn't believe we were going into slavery, and it happened. It happened over time. And this shit's going to happen quick for you heathens, bro. It's going to happen quick. Once America is done, you got people, wealthy Americans, investing in bunkers in America. That's the waste. That's the biggest waste of money ever.
For real.
They actually ready for. They're gonna run there when all hell breaks loose in these cities and these towns. They're gonna survive it. They got. How you gonna pay these super soldiers that's guarding you? Well, that's why they got them in the chip. They gotta have some type of control over these people, man. It's gonna be in that chip. Right. And these people, that loyalty is misplaced because they're gonna die. Right? They're gonna eat each other. They're gonna kill each other. Right? Y'all gonna go to these mountain retreats. Y'all gonna eat each other and kill each other. It's over for you, man. And the super elite who are hidden somewhere off in a deserted place that nobody has ever been, don't nobody but the super elite know about it. They got them motherfuckers up in the. That's why you think they're doing this big race with the rockets to get them up out there. They we're gonna bring Gail King, her black head, wig wearing head ass. They're gonna fly her out there. She's a test dummy. That's all she is. She is not going to be placed in an international space station with the super elite to do what? To talk about what? The news? To kiss Oprah's ass? Absolutely not. Don't be surprised if the bitch died. Oh, sad news. Gail King died from going into upper atmosphere on a Rocket X. Out of there. Stupid bitch. She ain't no astronaut.
That's right.
She's a news analyst, man. And she's scared, too. She's scared as shit. I don't know how her name even got on that list. That's because she ain't got no man. She ain't got nothing to look forward to down here. It's like, fuck it. I'm just going to give this rocket. You got it, bro.
Verse 7, it says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. Yep. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and I'm no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Yep.
Verse 8, therefore her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, yep. And she shall be utterly burned with fire.
One day. It's really going to take 1 hour. We're going to get to that. But in one day, all of these things that she said she wasn't, her widowhood is going to come, the desolation and destruction, because they really believe that nobody can fuck with America. America is it. And you get in a conflict with another nation. Fuck it, let's just bomb them in hell. Let's bomb them in hell and back. Like you ain't gonna get no retribution for them shit like that. You know, like you the only nation with nuclear missiles. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. You ever heard of the Satan 1 and the Satan 2? You ever heard of Moab, the mother of all bombs? Right? And it's other shit that they got, a supersonic, hypersonic missiles. Shit can get over here in less than 30 minutes. It's gonna take 1 hour for this place to be done away with, man. And your allies gonna shoot on you too. It ain't just Russia and China. It's your allied nations, man. They be like, man, fuck this bitch, man. Fuck Trump, fuck all you fucking people over here, these wealth. Who cares about these American citizens? What's 300 million lives compared to the billions saved, man? Right? They don't care about your families. They don't care about your children. They don't care about your jobs. They don't care about your savings. They don't care about your loved ones. They don't give a shit, yo. Because you do not matter. You are nothing more than a sacrifice for the destruction that's coming. That's right. That's it. You got it, bro.
in the NLT it says,
What's up, man?
Revelation 18 and 8, it says, therefore these plagues will overtake her in a single day.
Yeah, these plagues, these nuclear missiles, they gonna blow this bitch in one day, man. Oh man, it's gonna be beautiful, bro. And about damn time, bro. Brothers in the spirit world is excited, they happy, they enjoying it. Like, yes, fuck yeah, they gonna grit it. You know, Jake is excited, like grit it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you know, Jake be, bro. Yes, yes. Finally, man. Finally, man. Got him. He got that motherfucker, man.
He's like,
shit.
That scripture in the Apocrypha that says, you know, I find 10 things that I count happy in my heart. And one of them is for a man to see the downfall of his enemies.
And that's it. Because our people don't think they got enemies, man. Yeah, but we got all these nations are our enemies, bro. All these nations have hated us, man. They vaunted over our destruction. They were excited, bro. They was frothing at the mouth, man. They done lied so much that they can't even lie no more. They just got to show it and prove. Like, look, that's why that hatred's coming back, man.
Right.
That's why that good old Edomite hatred and them horns is coming back, man.
Right. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua who judgeth her. Right. Verse 9, it says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her.
Right.
When they shall see the smoke of her burning.
And they're not going to be crying because all these American citizens died. They're going to be crying because no one is going to make them rich no more. Right. They got deals here. They got contracts, man. They're looking at 20 years down the road. Oh, yeah, we got a 20 years. Them motherfucking stupid-ass merchants, they sign these contracts like, oh, yeah, we got the surety. The Esau get you all excited. Here's some bonds to go with it. You can't cash them bonds in. Who going to take those bonds? Who going to take those treasury bonds that you just bought? Who's going to agree to them contracts, right? Who's going to make good on them contracts that you just signed? You got all this fucking steel ready to go to America, right? Sitting on the waters, ready to go. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? You be trying to call your connect, motherfucker ain't picking up because America's destroyed. You be, oh man, fuck. I don't believe he's gonna hang it up. Wait a couple seconds, dial the same number again. Fuck, shit, fuck. Now you fuck, man.
Real,
you fuck,
bro.
Man.
Thinking about all the shit now you about to lose.
Yep, everything.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna be crying about, bro.
Hell yeah.
Like, we lost everything. Fuck. Fuck the stock market, man. The stock market be done away with. Because all these world's markets, they dictated about America's markets. They're not. China's market is not dictated by China's own market. No, it's dictated by America's market. That's why as soon as them tariffs went up, motherfuckers started panicking and shit. People actually went broke in one day. Then certain men got rich.
Yeah.
Trump told you. He told you that dude Klaus Schwab, he made $900-something million. The other guy beside him made $2.5 billion. You know what I'm saying? Jake be hoping to make $1,000 profit on some shit with Forex, man. You know what I'm saying? These niggas make $2.5 billion. What?
In one day.
In one fucking day, bruh. In one day. That's how it works, man. That's how it works. It's all interconnected, man. So when this place is going, the whole house of cards gonna come falling down, man.
That's right.
Guess who's going? That's that so-called black man. He gonna be the only one left. Stand on a chariot, like I told you, motherfuckers. I was coming back, bro. I sent my prophets out day and night, warning you, and you ain't listen. You killed them, you arrested them, you accosted them, you lied against them, you slandered them. All right, I got you. I got you.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off, for fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
1 fucking hour, but hundreds of years. Billions, millions, tens of millions of lives, hundreds of millions of lives lost. enslave millions more, man. Tens of millions more, bro. For this place to be built up the way it is, man.
Right.
Before America opened up this market to these different nations, man, they had to consolidate its power by destroying the Israelites that were here, enslaving the other Israelites that they brought over here, man. Man, you don't understand what it took to build this place, bro. And in 1 fucking hour, man, boom, man. 200 plus years, 250 plus years of work down a drain, man. America's been circling the drain anyway. Since the 50s, man. And now you got, it's like, shit. Can you imagine that? Yo, these people, everybody's gonna be broke, bro.
Oh,
all them billionaires, they're gonna be broke, bro. Because guess what? Who was gonna say, who's gonna buy their shit?
That's right.
In 1 hour, man. 1 hour, it took 1 hour for Yahweh Shah to destroy all of this shit, man.
That's right.
You ain't just need a third world war to happen. Nah, it's gonna happen. But it wasn't the third world war that caused nuclear missiles. The Lord, it was Yahweh Shah's missiles that did that shit, bro. His power, bro. Then he got the chariot fire flying over, zapping motherfuckers and shit. Because people gonna be bugging out. They're gonna be like, first is a war, then it's wild beasts, then it's disease and pestilence. And the aliens came. Yeah, Jake was, oh, it's the aliens. It's the aliens. Call the cops. Call it's like, what the cops gonna do? They standing right there. Oh, wait a minute. Freeze, aliens. Freeze, angel. Freeze, Yahweh Shah. Put your hands up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to jump in with no baton and start beating on shit. You know what I'm saying? Get down. I said freeze. Hit him with a taser. It's not gonna happen, bro. Not gonna happen.
Verse 11, it says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
All that cheap Chinese made goods from the car, all that cheap Japanese, good Japanese shit's made. Who gonna buy these cars?
Nobody.
Who's gonna buy these computers and televisions and iPhones and Samsung phones, and who's gonna buy all this shit? Ain't no way that who's gonna sell this shit. No fucking where. That shit's gonna be over. All that plastics destroyed. All the metals destroyed. All the glass destroyed. Everything gone. Fuck this place, man. It's done, man. It's done. Nobody's buying that cheap shit. No, we ain't gonna have no use for oil in the kingdom of heaven. Fuck you got oil for? We ain't gonna have no use for these cheap made goods. You know, they got them, brother. They got them packed to the sky, bro. You ever see them fucking barges, bro? Yeah. They be packed full of shit, bro. I'm talking about 10 and 20 stories high. Like, damn, it's floating on water.
Yeah.
How they, you know what I mean? And they would just ship that shit over there. Ship that shit over there, man. Nope, no more. All that shit gone. Read that again.
Revelation 18 and 11, it says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Yeah, nobody's gonna buy that shit no more. What it say in the NLT?
In the NLT, it says, the merchants of the world will weep and mourn for her. For there is no one left to buy their goods.
Yeah. I'm sorry, read it again, brother.
Revelation 18 and 11, the merchants of the world will weep and mourn for her, for there is no one left to buy their goods.
So nobody, these merchants that's why they're gonna be crying. They're not gonna be crying because America got destroyed by the nuclear missiles and all these people died and ain't nobody left. They're gonna be like, who gonna buy my shit, man?
Yeah.
They're gonna be turning around, oh fuck, man. He gonna be motherfucking one of them wealthy niggas gonna be with a couple of they fucking little child sex slaves they had. Get off me! Get off me! Fuck! Shit! No! Walking around in a circle and shit, no! Fuck! Shit! No! They fucking did it! They said they wouldn't! They promised us, man! We got this digital system going, man! This fucking... What about the blockchain? What about the blockchain? Fuck! You know what I'm saying? Losing ain't shit. Male sex slaves, man. Get off me, man. Fuck. Don't touch me. Fuck. Shit. If you ever see this movie called New Jack City, man, when the Carter got infiltrated and they had to shut that shit down, Nino Brown He was with his bitch. She was like, she was trying to get him. Like, fuck, what? He was like, what? What? The fuck? Shit, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. And she was trying to get up. He like, get off me. I said, get the fuck off me. You see that, all that pleasure? It said in one moment of affliction, an hour of affliction, man. All that pleasure. There's no remember that pleasure, man. Yep. You like, get the fuck off me, man. Shit. Right. Motherfuckers went at the party at the Jay-Z party because there ain't no more Diddy. He's locked up. Niggas gonna be at the party. You're like, what? Hold on, let me go outside. Let me go outside. Say that again. Oh, America, what? Fuck! He gonna be like Charlton Heston in the Planet of the Apes movie, man. They did it! Oh, fucking bastards, they did it! Ah!
For real, man.
That's how it's gonna be, man. Yep.
It says, verse 12, the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls and fine linen
all
and
this
purple.
shit, all this shit, we had no access to none of this. Not us.
That's right.
All them people, them major gold dealers, diamond dealers, precious metals and stone dealers, man. Go ahead.
Of fine linen and purple and silk.
All these clothing companies, man. Cause they got it all on the water. Some shit to sit there, waiting to sell it, waiting to get it. They waiting for. We're just waiting for it to come in. Just call me next week. Ain't gonna be no next week. Go ahead.
And scarlet and all fine wood and all manner vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron.
All in Brazil. You know how this brother works with a lot of construction and stuff, man. Sir, I remember one time I was working with this brother. He took me to Home Depot or something like that. Might have been a Lowe's, something like that. He's like, you see this drywall right here, man? I think it was the green one. You said this right here. This shit. He said this shit is expensive right here, bro. He said one of these boards like 100 of these, man. Roughly paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, because he got the cheap one, you got the cheap board, then you got the expensive shit. I was like, damn, for real? Like, yeah. And then because of COVID, a lot of that shit wasn't available. He's like, yeah, man, this shit right here, that shit is expensive, bro. That's how it's gonna be. That's all that wood and shit, the Brazilian wood, that damn koa wood, all of that shit that really lasts. Termites don't eat that kind of shit. That's right. That shit gonna be gone. Nobody's buying that shit. Hey, the Lord told us what he gonna give us for wood. He said for brass. He said for wood, I'm gonna give you brass. For iron. Silver, I'm gonna give you gold. Something like that. You can read it in Isaiah 60, man. So we ain't gonna be, brothers ain't gonna be like, yo, arguing over that shit. Yo, man, let me get that Brazilian wood from you, bro. No, man. I got this for something special. Nope. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. We ain't gonna have no use for none of that. Your weapons. You got companies that make weapons that sit on barges ready to come over here for the militaries to use, man. And shit that's coming out. We ain't gonna have no use for that. What we gonna use? What the fuck I need that for? I got this, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Spiritual power.
That's
man.
right, bro.
It says, and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments.
And we were just talking about some of that stuff people use in those multi-million-dollar homes, man. Marble. You know how much marble is? It's Italian marble. You can't make Italian marble in fucking Wisconsin, man. You gotta come from Italy, bro.
That's right.
Right? Go ahead.
And ointments and frankincense.
Ointments, frankincense, all that shit you be ordering off of Etsy and Alibaba and Amazon. That shit coming from another country, bro.
That's right.
And that's just the cheap shit. We ain't talking about the good shit.
Right.
Because this talking about the good shit. Go ahead.
And wine and oil.
Wine and oil. We're talking about wine that's been sitting in a barrel aging for fucking decades, some for centuries, man.
That's right.
And then that shit is waiting to come over here to be sold, man. Oils, man. We ain't talking about no goddamn cheap ass oil. We're talking about real good shit, bruh. Go ahead.
And fine flour and wheat.
Yep. Well, so that's the food. Cause you got. Hey, every time something happen in America and then they stop the shipments, they tell you at the store, we can't get this in yet because it's coming from here. It's coming from there. We gotta wait for it to come in. Go ahead.
And beasts and sheep.
Yep. Animals. Can't forget those. Can't forget those because people got these different dogs, these different animals, exotic animals that nobody can have but the wealthy.
Like that, the Wagyu steak,
Yeah,
like
Wagyu
A1
steak.
Wagyu steak.
Yeah.
Shit, I went to Costco the other day. A little piece of steak, bro, was like fucking $200. I was like, damn,
Thanks
bro.
to the tariffs.
And Esau, you know, they be eating that shit on the regular.
Yeah, that's regular shit for them, man. You got some. I remember one of them rap bitches, Lotto. She like, y'all bitches eating that fucking ground beef. I ain't no goddamn ground beef. I be eating fucking Wagyu. I need Wagyu. $200 for some fucking plate of Wagyu. Huh? All right, bitch. You gonna be eating fucking raviolis in that day, bitch.
Wagyu dirt.
Yeah, you gonna be eating Wagyu dirt, bitch. Wagyu, bitch. You wish you had Wagyu. You ain't even want to think about Wagyu when all hell breaks loose, bitch. You ain't nobody.
That's right.
But Lotto, bitch, you better get your ass on the lino. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
It says, and sheep and horses and chariots.
Yep, cars. We were just talking about all them different vehicles. Volkswagen ain't made in America, baby. Shit, I don't even think Jeeps is made in America.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? The BMWs, the Benz, the Rolls Royces, right? The Lamborghinis, all that shit you niggas like, the Toyotas. You know what I'm saying? The Kias. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that shit made in America, man.
That's right.
Trump ain't bringing none of them jobs back here to America, bruh. Go ahead.
It says, and slaves and souls of men.
And slaves. You got sex slaves. You got working slaves. You got sex slaves. You got people that done sold their souls to get that shit. All these celebrities, man, they gonna be done away with.
That's right.
Nobody cares about a Bali celebrity. Nobody gives a fuck about the UK celebrities, man. Nobody gives a fuck about the goddamn Chinese celebrity. Who the fuck is Ming Ying? Yeah, she might be hot over there, but she ain't hot over here in America. So guess what? All that shit's gonna be done away with, bruh. You got people, you actually got barges of slaves, child sex slaves. You got child workers.
The whole human trafficking.
Sex trafficking, organ trafficking, all of that shit's gonna be done away with, baby. Ain't gonna be no more of that. I got 10 hearts coming to me right now on the barge, man. Just wait. That shit's done.
That's right. It says, and the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all the things which were dainty and godly and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all.
They ain't gonna be nowhere to be found. Nobody's gonna be there to buy all that stuff, man. America is the #1 consuming nation on the planet Earth, man. And that's gonna be gone. You worked hard, man. I worked hard for this, man. You got people that's working hard right now trying to get their favorite car, man. They just got it. Boom, America destroyed. Shit. I can't even drive it. Fuck.
Buy their first home.
Buy their first home. They waiting on wood to come from Bolivia and China. It's never coming.
That's right.
And if it is on its way, it's in transit, but America's destroyed. Where's it gonna go? What address? Ain't no Amazon deliveries. Ain't no DHL deliveries, UPS deliveries. Shit is over, baby.
That's right.
In 1 hour. Yeah, that was it.
It says, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing.
They ain't gonna be standing far off. That's not talking about no barges sitting at sea. No, they all in different countries. They gonna be weeping and wailing because they got rich off of all that shit we just talked about, bro.
That's right.
Shipping magnets. You got people that's trillionaires just from running the ships.
Yeah.
You got people that's billionaires and trillionaires from all of the goods. And they're gonna be crying because they fucking broke. They done. They done out here, man. Yep.
Oh, and saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught.
In 1 hour, so great riches is come to nothing, man.
That's right.
Out of here, done away with, gone, destroyed. Because nowhere else you can get as wealthy as you have with America, man. That's why that nigga Trump complaining now. Oh, they fucking ripping us off, they robbing us. While he's going out the back door with all the real money, right? Oh, all that shit China is robbing us. The EU, they're robbing us too, man. $500 billion, that ain't shit. That's a drop in a bucket. Compared to all the money that y'all done gave away and y'all done robbed. You bitch about 500 million, 500 billion. Oh man, China's trillions. Who cares? Nobody's gonna be buying those Chinese slave goods that's been made. No more Nikes. Nike's gonna be Phil Knight's gonna be done away with. Him and his group, his clandestine group, they're gonna be destroyed. Right? No more Pumas, no more Reeboks. You know what I'm saying? No more Sykes. None of that shit.
That's right.
Gone. 1 hour. All them motherfuckers that own these companies, your shareholders, they're done. Your super elite, they ain't got no money. Whatever they got, they ain't gonna have shit. You Lord, how you destroyed your own shit. He has you niggas get so prideful that you destroyed your own shit. It would make sense that if I'm gonna destroy my number one cash cow, that I got a number two cash cow waiting in the back. Nope. Absolutely not. Ain't no number two. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors and as many as strayed by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying,
Yep.
what city is like unto the great city?
What country like this country? No other country, man.
And they Salaki.
The motherfuckers in Saudi Arabia ain't got no, they ain't got nothing for these the shit that's going on. And what the fuck them niggas wear flip flops and dresses all day? Fuck they need jeans for? Fuck they need Timberlands for? They ain't got that. All that shit that these niggas is into, the jewels, you know what I mean, that you robbing people for, it's over, man. Got it, brother.
And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing.
They cast dust on their head, cried, weeping and wailing. Not for the people, but for the merchants, because they broke. Go ahead.
Saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the seas by reason of her costliness.
Yep.
For in 1 hour is she made desolate.
In 1 hour, she gonna make desolate. 1 hour, that's what I was gonna take.
That's right.
Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem,
Yahushai, by Hashem Kadash.
double honor to the apostles, the bishop elders, salutations to the elect. To next week, hey, shalom.
Hey, shalom.